Advice for your wedding night from over 100 years ago. In 1918's The Psychology of Marriage can be fatal if a woman knows anything about sex. A woman should know absolutely nothing, zero on the wedding night. That is preferred. Karl Heinzen explains in 1891 from The Rights of Women and Their Sexual Relations that shame is actually desirable. It says here in this publication, it is that delicate shyness which the inexperienced woman feels when she is to step beyond the boundaries of being inexperienced. This shame is a natural consequence of an emotional affection upon entering a new life. It has nothing to do with the consciousness or the fear of seeing something improper disclosed. In fact, the absence of her shyness is proof of her dullness and coarseness. In 1902's What a Young Wife Ought to Know. Basically, she's preparing her life for the enjoyment of her husband and for maternity. And if she doesn't plan to do that, she has no business getting married. According to 1916's Sex Education, a series of lectures concerning knowledge of sex and its relationship to the human life, she needs to know the names of the anatomy, the appropriate names, so that she's allowed to know what they're called and what hers are called, but she's not allowed to know anything about what they do. And then in E.B. Duffy's book, The Relations of the Sexes, his advice to the man, do not be in too great haste to brush the bloom from her. It will lose half its attraction at once. He's saying to the men, take your time, be patient, do not brush the bloom too fast, because otherwise she's not gonna be interested. So there you have it. That's advice for your wedding night from over 100 years ago. Now stay tuned for a story that I have of my grandmother's wedding night for part 2 in the series, and then part 3 is going to be a story about my great-grandparents prior to their wedding night.